decision-making.
Tell you what, Jeff, he's got the look. Long and lean. Angular, skilled, Holman, and Baisley with the rebound. 30 different players have scored tonight. And nothing says preseason like 30 different players have scored tonight. Under a minute to go. Baba with a nice cut. Goes glass. What do you know about the professional league in Japan?
It's much better than you would think.
Okay.
Yes, and it's getting better. Again, guard play in both China and Japan, that's where they have to get better and better.
Okay. Got some shots up tonight. Ended up with 7 points. I think maybe some people are watching in Japan somewhere and pretty impressed with what he's done tonight.
Do they televise our games there?
I think they do.
Good.
You can get a bootleg feed somewhere. And that's it. Porzingis and Doncic sitting this one out. But they'll be playing tomorrow night in Detroit. Rick Carlisle's team dropping this one 119 to 104. Chris Paul had some good moments in the first half. Ferguson, for his hometown people here in Tulsa, punching that one home. Gilgeous Alexander had 24 points in the ball game as well. Thunder win at 119-104. Thank you for joining us. Coming up next, Nuggets and Blazers. For Jeff, I'm Mark Jones. First, we check in with the studio in New York after the break.
Hey, I just wanted to...
Hey, there he is.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at the results of yesterday's Constant Contact email? We were supposed to watch that together. I'm sorry. I can't even look at you.
Send great-looking emails that drive big results for your business.
Hey, guys. When are we going to look at the... Oh, I can't believe you guys.
Constant Contact. Try email and our new website builder free.
Welcome inside our Seaport Studios in New York. Maria Taylor, that's Jalen Rose, and that is Jay Will. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, so much preseason action going on in the NBA. How about finals action going on in the WNBA? Yes.
Hey, ladies!
Suns, Washington Mystics. Washington trying to clinch here, guys. On the road, Elena Delle Donne, their MVP, dealing with a herniated disc. That's Jasmine Thomas. Knocks down the three to tie the ball game up. And then Emma Meeseman. Yeah, the big takes threes, okay? She hits that one to give Washington the lead. Shakina Strickland feeding off of the hometown crowd. And remember, Washington had to battle back from being 16 points down, made it a 2-point game. McLeod can't get the runner to go, and that means it's forced into a Game 5. We're headed there Thursday in Washington. All right, so let's talk about a courtside pass where we get to take a look at our Game 2 of the doubleheader coming your way. Nuggets taking on Trailblazers. Damian Lillard right now. Remember, all the eggs are in the basket of CJ and Damian, but the question that everyone's been asking is about, like, some beef, the rap beef that's been going on.
All I gotta say is this: Dame writes his own lyrics, had his own beats, had really good punchlines. I actually felt like he won the battle versus the Big D's.
I agree with you. Dame with the flow.
Okay. Dame's got the flow, and guess who's back, guys? Michael Porter Jr. The last time this guy played a game was March 16th in 2018. It was against FSU in the NCAA tournament, and we have not seen him play an NBA basketball game yet, Jay Will.
Look, 2 years ago, he was going to be the bona fide first pick in the draft.
Right.
I mean, we knew that going into the draft. He was the 14th pick, but Portland has made 2 decisions in the draft just like him. They took Bol Bol this past year in the draft, 2 guys who've been injured, but he could be the key to unlocking this team to actually winning a championship.
I like that. 14th pick in the 2018 draft. Looking forward to see him finally play in a matchup for the Nuggets. That guy got paid. Hey?
Yes, he did.
Did you bring your bag to work today? Get in your bag.
Got his bow and arrow and everything.
Low key, that game coming up after this.
ESPN's coverage of the NBA preseason is brought to you by Nissan, innovation that excites.
We've gotten lazy, but we were made to move. So move more. fashion sense, made to move.
I have no service. Let's just ask someone. Excuse me, sir? Can you tell us the best way to get to Nashville?
Nashville. Well, that's easy. Take her right up there and you'll see a store. You go in there and buy yourself a 5-Hour Energy. You could be on your way to Nashville.
5-Hour Energy wants to send you to Nashville. Go backstage at the Opry, see the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, and meet Dierks Bentley. Just buy any 5-Hour Energy product, snap a picture of your receipt, and send it in. You could be just a 5-Hour Energy away from Music City.
At Metro, the best deal in wireless just got better.
Who's up for that?
Switch and get 2 lines for just $80 with a full Amazon Prime membership included.
Sounds great.
Plus, now get 2 free Samsung Galaxy A20 phones with huge HD screens.
That's a huge win.
So you can enjoy the biggest shows on the newest device.
Perfect!
Metro has the best deal. 2 lines plus 2 free phones for $80 with Amazon Prime included. Only at Metro.
Our cars, they take us to so many amazing moments. And sometimes, to new beginnings. At Amica, we believe in life's extraordinary experiences. So much so that we built a company around it. With every phone call, every quote, every claim, we're an insurance company that delivers an experience that meets the only standards higher than ours. Yours. Amica, auto, home, and life insurance.
Your face is amazing. It's how you see the world. It's how the world sees you. But what happens when you forget about your face? When you neglect it? For something so important, are you taking the best care of it? Healthy skin needs healthy skincare. Join today and get 2 30-minute upgrades for free. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
Do you ever feel like your to-do list never gets done? I can do this all myself, but I just don't have the time. That's why I use Tackle. Simply choose a chore, select a background check provider, and the day and time you want it done. Hang up a TV? Tackle. Install a ceiling fan? Tackle. Furniture assembly? Tackle. Then my problem's solved and my handyman list gets done. So start enjoying more of your life by going to Tackle.com or download the Tackle app for free today. Get your to-do list done with Tackle.
Are you ready for October to get scary good? Well, the high notes are ready. The low notes are ready. The hot streaks are ready. The turnarounds are ready. Are you ready?
The top 10 matchup.
I think it's time to let go.
Death Valley is alive and electric.
I thought I'd let you all know. It's time to let go.
The Portland Trailblazers tip off their 50th season at Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where they spent their first 25 years and won the NBA championship in 1977. Tonight, the Blazers take on the Nuggets in the preseason opener on 70s night, 5 months after their thrilling 7-game second-round playoff series won by Portland. Hi, everybody, with Doris Burke. I'm Dave Pasch. So much anticipation, Doris, for this season, given how wide open it is. And both these teams are in the conversation. Blazers went to the conference finals last year for the first time since 2000, and they have one of the best backcourts in the NBA.
C.J. McCollum and Dame Lillard, the 3rd highest scoring tandem in the backcourt in the NBA a season ago. And when you look at Damian Lillard, he's the guy who sets the tone. His production puts him in very elite company across the league. 4 times in the last 6 years, he's been all NBA. But the leadership extends to unselfishness. And what did he allow C.J. McCollum to do in the conference semis? He goes for 30 and 37, a big block in Game 7 as well. Plays north of 40 minutes without a turnover in both games. That is the tone Dame sets. He wants team success, not individual success.
Doris, on the other side, you've got a Denver team that won a playoff series last year for the first time since 2009. The nucleus is back. We won't see Jokic tonight. He's out, but Jamal Murray got the big contract, a lot of eyeballs on him.
Right, there's weight and expectation that comes with that contract, that in his 4th year he will continue to develop. But the reality about Jamal is he is an excellent fit in an unusual pick-and-roll dynamic with their best player, and that's Nikola Jokic. His defense has got to get better. He was exposed in that series against Portland.
And let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting with the 54-win team, the 2-seed in the West a year ago. No Jokic, so Plumlee will start. Millsap, Barton, Gary Harris, and Jamal Murray. We'll also see Michael Porter, who was their first-round draft pick a year ago, but was out for the year due to injury. A lot of anticipation to see him. And for the Blazers, the only two starters back are Damian and C.J. McCollum, with Rodney Hood, who was on the team last year, Zach Collins, and newcomer Hassan Whiteside, who came over in the offseason. And then check out the outfit. There's Terry Stotts in his 8th year. This is, they only played 70s music here in warm-ups. He told us when he sat down with us, said, I got something special for you guys. I can't give you any hints. Did you ever think it was going to be that, though?
Did he get through security with the chain around his neck?
Security was tight when we came in. Mrs. Stotts had to pick that outfit out.
Mrs. Stotts would not have let him leave the building.
They're definitely in the spirit, though. And pretty good crowd here tonight as the first shot won't fall for Hood and kept alive by Zach Collins. Blazers are even wearing their old uniforms from that 77 championship team. Lillard from deep. No good. Of course, he hit a shot from a little bit further away than that against Oklahoma City to beat the Thunder in Game 5 as he waved goodbye to Russell Westbrook. And Westbrook waved goodbye to Oklahoma City and is now, of course, a member of the Rockets.
That essentially, that shot ended the very brief tenure of Russell Westbrook and Paul George together.
Paul George, of course, with the Clippers, and don't know the health situation of George and when he'll be able to start the year. Battling shoulder problems. Lillard with the deflection. He's going to stay with Denver.
And obviously, this will be an interesting look at the Denver Nuggets because, as you know, Nikola Jokic is the axis around which they run their offense typically. Jokic finished 4th in the MVP, had incredible numbers, up those numbers in the playoffs. I mean, first-team All-NBA, what a year for Nikola a year ago.
Harris with the basket. Think about it. The last time a Denver Nugget was named first-team All-NBA was David Thompson in 1978.
Wow.
So it's quite the feat for Jokic a year ago. And he's still young. It's Whiteside. Can't get it to fall.
And that's an early look at what Portland has got to figure out because all of Damian Lillard's primary pick-and-roll partners are not available to start the season, so he and Hassan have got to figure it out.
Millsap will try a three and knock it down.
Mr. Steady Eddie. Right? I wonder how they handled Paul Millsap during the course of this year. Do they rest him at points, given their great depth, given that they've got 4 forwards for 2 spots that they've got to kind of contend with?
Millsap's the oldest guy on the team by far. He's 34 years old. Final year with $30 million contract. Zach Collins knocks down the jumper. Be interesting to watch the dynamic with him and Whiteside starting together. Collins played pretty well in the playoffs against Denver, especially games 5 and 6. These two teams will meet in the regular season opener as well. We'll have that on ESPN for you on October 23rd, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Lillard tried to hit Whiteside and well defended by Denver.
That's normally, a season ago, Nurkic, who established great rhythm with Dame.
Barton misses a 3. And Nurkic had that leg injury in late March. They are not giving a timetable for when he'll come back. But if he does come back healthy, the guy that averaged 20 and 10 before he got hurt. Look at Whiteside keep it alive and draw the foul.
But this guy's intriguing as well. And think about it. 5 straight years, Hassan Whiteside averages a double-double with at least 1.5 blocks. The talent is there.
He was traded by Miami in a 4-team deal. You mentioned a couple of the pick-and-roll players that Lillard lost. One of those is Miles Leonard, and then he had Mo Harkless. They were in that deal, and it was a final year of a 4-year, $98 million deal for Whiteside. So it's big for the Blazers. It's also big for Whiteside to prove that he can still be a big-money key player in the NBA for a playoff team.
Well, we'll let you hear from Damian Lillard about his expectations for Hassan relative to things outside of his basketball skills.
Can't leave Harris open. That's going to be basket interference on Plumlee. Pau Gasol, also on this roster, had foot surgery in February, and don't know when he'll be available either.
And think about what they're missing with Nurkic, because you can put him at the elbow and let him pass the basketball, be a playmaker. Short roller with Damian.
McCollum spinning, can't get it. Whiteside pretty active early on. He touched it last, though.
I love the unis of Portland. Those are cool.
42 years ago, they won the championship in this building. Also in this building, the Bulls-Blazers finals in 1992, and Michael Jordan did the famous shrug after he couldn't miss. And an offensive foul here on Millsap.
No, easy call. Use that left hand to get some separation from Collins.
This floor, it says Moda Center on the floor, and that's because they're going to take this floor and move it across the Rose Quarter to where the Blazers now play their games for the start of the regular season. Here's Collins from deep. No good. Plumlee and Barton battling for the basketball. Here's Murray with a pull-up jumper. He told us when we spoke to him today that he can't stop thinking about that 4 for 18 shooting performance in the Game 7 loss at home to the Blazers as Lillard gets to the rim and finishes.
Such a good, strong drive by Damian. You're right. I think Murray is a very prideful kid. We also know in the series they had to lift him at points because Portland was attacking him, Dave.
Foul on the Blazers.
Let's watch Damian work. One of the things he talked about improving in the offseason was getting below the free throw line and making something great happen, dictating the action. A year ago, it was that 30-foot shot that he wanted to make more consistent. Now it's down below the free throw line.
He did that against Murray, so you got Jamal Murray defending Lillard. Going back to your point about Murray wanting to improve as a defender. What did he tell you? He doesn't want to be that guy?
Right. He said basically, I don't want to be considered somebody you can attack, that I'm the weak spot on our team.
Beautiful pass by McCollum, leaving it for a cutting Whiteside. Plumlee got Whiteside off his feet. A nice finish by Mason Plumlee, the 7-year pro from Duke. Spent a year and a half with the Blazers before being traded for Jusuf Nurkic. Collins again, and it's good.
So once again, Dame gets below the free throw line like he talked about and uses his strength to get defenders off him, and then that clears the way for him to make a pretty pass.
Millsap attacking Collins, count it, and a three-point opportunity.
Damian Lillard is the engine, the leadership. Look at him bully Jamal Murray and make a nice, easy opportunity for Zach Collins.
Nothing gets a family's full attention like my freshly prepared chicken. The delicious KFC $20 fill-up with 8 pieces of extra crispy chicken and sides will surely get your kids off their phones. And they may even look at you, their loving parent. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Gatorade packs carbs to refuel and electrolytes to replenish, so you can bring the heat. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Rated M for mature. We're in for a hell of a fight.
The war begins now.
What's the plan? You in or out? Going dark. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Pre-order now.
PlayStation. Verizon Up gave us tickets to the Super Bowl.
Verizon knows you love music and sports.
We were able to meet Shawn Mendes.
That's why we give you access to more jaw-dropping experiences.
It's like an out-of-body experience.
And one of our best phones when you buy another. That's Verizon.
Introducing KFC's newest $5 fill-up, the Mac and Cheese Bowl. It's finger-licking. Ooh, cheese. Ooh, chicken. Cheese. Chicken. $5. Chicken. Cheese. Look at all those $5 fill-ups. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Just think, as you look at a shirtless Bill Walton, all that this organization has been through in 50 years, the emotional ups and downs. You win a championship, then the injuries to Walton. You get back to the mountaintop with Drexler and Lillard. You get close, but you face Michael Jordan. You can't get past the Chicago Bulls. Greg Oden, the #1 pick in the draft. Sam Bowie, the injuries there. Brandon Roy, who had so much promise. His career derailed by injuries. And then last year, getting back to the conference finals for the first time since 2000 with a terrific backcourt, Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. And then all the expectations for this year with the seemingly wide-open Western Conference.
You committed almost $200 million to Dame and C.J. And Neil Olshey has talked about the challenges in a small market and the commitment of those two men and what it has meant to the organization. And they came out of the gates talking championship, and why not?
Collins for three, no.
I love his game, though, Dave. I think he's competitive. He's tough. He's going to have to guard a lot of tough matchups this year, Zach. But, boy, he can shoot it.
Lillard in transition feeds McCollum for a three.
These guys are playing hard.
Good defensive play by C.J. McCollum. A pull-up three. Missed again.
We were talking in the break. It's because all of these guys know their run is going to be mostly in the first half.
Alley-oop and a slam by Barton. Yeah, Lillard and McCollum, for example, expected to play 16 minutes apiece and all in the first half. But I wonder, too, it's like when these two teams see each other, I mean, they're familiar faces from the series last year. Does it just click in like, hey, it's going to be tough and physical? Because it was a great 7-game series. They had that 4 overtime game, 3 in Portland. Rodney Hood, by the way, hit the big shot in that 4th overtime.
Yeah, but it's preseason, so run is going to be minimal. Let's remember, they'll have another preseason game, and then they'll face one another in the opener, and then a few weeks after that. So they're going to see a lot of one another early.
Foul here on the screen. It's on Plumlee. It's 2 on him. Substitutions for both teams. Checking in for Portland, the guy that could end up being a key player this year, Kent Bazemore. He was traded by Atlanta to the Blazers for Evan Turner, and they're expecting Bazemore to help defensively and also shoot the three. Didn't shoot it great last year, but he's proven that he is capable from behind the arc. And Scal Labissiere, who also checked into the game, just picked up a foul on the screen. Anthony Tolliver also checking in. 12-year pro. He's an excellent three-point shooter.
And Grant in the ball game for the Denver Nuggets. Their key acquisition.
who is a Portland native. His dad, Harvey, played in this building for the Blazers. Jamal Murray gets that one to go. But they're hoping Jeremy Grant will be a good two-way player for them. Lillard misfires. Grant was in Oklahoma City most recently and was traded for a protected first-round pick. Zeller can't finish with Labissiere defending. Tyler Zeller, a newcomer as well to Denver. And McCollum working around that Labissiere screen, draws a foul. It's on Gary Harris. 2 on him. Take a look at the upcoming NBA national TV schedule. Thursday on NBA TV, the Warriors take on Minnesota. For the first time in 5-6 years, the Warriors are not the favorites, but I still think most people that follow the NBA are not sleeping on Golden State, knowing that Klay Thompson's going to come back at some point and that D'Angelo Russell was an all-star a year ago in Brooklyn. As Murray fouls Anthony Simons.
You wonder how coaches evaluate these kinds of situations. So a guy like Simons, they're anticipating to be a part of the rotation. And I asked Terry pregame about him. I said, is he a natural 1, a natural 2? And he said he's very much like C.J. McCollum. If Dame's off the floor, he can run point guard. But his instinct to score, I'm curious about him.
He did not go to college after high school. Went to post-grad at IMG Academy. He was born in Orlando. He was named after Penny Hardaway. James Anthony, his dad, from Tennessee, was a huge Anthony Hardaway fan. In transition, Bazemore can't hit the pull-up. Torrey Craig with a rebound. Well, Simons in the last regular season game when the Blazers sat their starters, he scored 37 points. I know as Grant scores, you could look at that and say, well, it was a meaningless game, but still, scored 37 in an NBA game. Got to be worth something, right?
I agree. He had a terrific summer league.
That's Mario Hezonja, newcomer to Portland, was with the Knicks last year, 3 years in Orlando as well. And he draws a foul, and we'll go to the line with Zeller creating the contact. Nine points, 4 rebounds per game. Last year, Hezonja in his 5th NBA season from Croatia. Kia NBA tip-off starts 2 weeks from tonight, October 22nd. It's brought to you by the Telluride from Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA.
Have any predictions to get out of the gates, Dave Pash? Well, just tell me this. Vegas now has the Lakers as the favorite, I believe. Do you like the Lakers or the Clippers to be the kings of L.A.?
I think what's really interesting is because of, well, 2 things. Injuries and load management.
Yes.
We don't know.
Right.
Because Paul George's injury situation, LeBron coming off a season where he played the fewest games of his career and missed the playoffs for the first time in a decade.
Right. You wonder if the impact of Kawhi obviously sitting out a number of games last season and still being able to win an NBA title. What effect does that have across the board?
Now, where are you leaning based on the offseason moves made by the Clippers?
I like the Clippers.
And then also, obviously, the Lakers getting a superstar player, Anthony Davis. But you like the Clippers better.
I do. Obviously, incredible strength on the wings, incredible potential on the defensive end. We'll talk a little bit more about it. But I do. I like the Clippers. Denver up early here. Preseason start for both.
You welcome.
He's your clone.
My orders are to kill you. You have 12 minutes to run.
What the hell is all of this?
Now you have 11 minutes.
Critics are calling Gemini Man something you need to see to believe. Will
Smith shines twice. Langley delivers a game-changing event.
You had your time. It's my time now.
Gemini Man, Friday, rated PG-13.
Forget about vacuuming for months. The Roomba i7 Plus with clean base automatic dirt disposal and allergen lock bags that trap 99% of allergens so they don't escape back into the air. If it's not from iRobot, it's not a Roomba.
Exxon and Mobil are introducing new Synergy Supreme Plus. It keeps your engine 2 times cleaner for better gas mileage. That's why they've asked me, Mr. Supremium, to be their spokesperson. Everything of mine is Supremium. My ascot wears an ascot. It's Supremium.
Rated T to M.
Come on. Stupid thing. Fall.
Hey, Jay. What's the problem here?
Go ahead, Becky. Candy bar's stuck. Can you help me out?
Stuck, huh? Yeah, I think I can help you out. Hi, facilities. Yeah, we're gonna need some assistance on the 3rd floor vending machine. Thanks. There you go, buddy.
Thanks, Becky.
Preseason opener in Portland. Denver, late in the first, leading by 3.
Rated everyone.
Well, the NBA and its relationship with China in the news. This was Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, today. His comment about, quote, "This is about far more than growing our business. Values of equality, respect, and freedom of expression have long defined the NBA and will continue to do so," end quote. It started, remember, last Friday with Rockets general manager Daryl Morey tweeting in support of anti-government protests in Hong Kong. Then Sunday, China media giant Tencent, a media partner of the NBA and ESPN, announcing will not broadcast Rockets games this season. And then Chinese state broadcaster CCTV saying it will not air 2 NBA preseason games. And then the comment from Adam Silver today. And obviously ESPN will continue to update that story as news comes in.
And obviously not since the Donald Sterling controversy has Adam Silver's leadership been in such sharp focus. And you think how he handled that situation with grace and with strength. He was able to navigate it, and I expect he will do the same here.
Azonia off the foot of Bazemore, turnover by Portland. 6-point lead for Denver early on. The Blazers struggling offensively. They're shooting 25% from the floor and turning it over.
Morris now handling the point guard duties for Denver. And this is why, one of the reasons they like Grant. So a little pick and roll, simple action. Think about how well Grant shot the 3-ball a season ago. And with a passer like Jokic, Grant is going to get some open looks.
Grant averaged career highs in points, rebounds, and, as you said, 39% threes, which was a career high, made 115 of them. Former second-round pick out of Syracuse. And tried to defend the cutting Hazonia there. Labissiere with the rebound. And he got hacked. Zeller reaching in.
Think about what Mike Malone has at his disposal this season. I mean, there's tremendous depth. We talked about there being 4 legit forward options for 2 spots. Morris was tremendous a season ago. We know he's a great ball security guard, going to play tough-minded, hard-nosed defense. What happens with a guy like Beasley? Right, but Beasley's their most athletic guy. He can knock down shots, get out in transition. I just wonder, what's the small forward? Who's the starter? Is it Barton, as it was tonight and was to start the year ago? Is it Torrey Craig, who they went to in the playoffs against San Antonio? There's a lot to shake out here for Denver.
To your point on Beasley, not only is a good shooter, he might be the best shooter on the team. Shot 40% last year, made 163 threes. We all know that Torrey Craig is an offensive foul called on Zeller as third. We know that Craig is a guy that's an excellent defender.
But he's got to show a little bit more in their offensive system, too. And what about Michael Porter Jr.? 6'10". They're raving about his abilities in camp. He's probably only going to get about 10 to 12 minutes. But I'm dying to see this kid.
He hadn't played in 2.5 years. I think we all are.
19 months in the making. Let's get Michael Porter Jr. on the floor, Coach Malone.
Played in about 53 minutes of action at Missouri. Hezonja with a slam, and then Porter missed all of last year, and then didn't play in the summer league. So when he takes the floor, there'll be a lot of eyeballs on Michael Porter with 6'10", is an incredible shooter. 6-point Denver lead, final minute here. Monte Morris got Bazemore off his feet. No foul call, but Morris, who played in every game last year, third-year pro out of Iowa State, able to hit inside. Simons from deep.
I think he can be electric. No hesitation, so confident.
Played in 20 games last year. An 8-second difference between the clocks here at the end of the first. Here's Beasley driving. And a late whistle, but the foul is called on Simons. So that's the first on him. And Malik Beasley, former first-round draft choice out of Florida State, will be at the free throw line.
I think my favorite part of the Terry Stotts outfit is the shoes. They're white patent leather.
And if people are just tuning in and wondering, okay, why is Terry Stotts dressed like that?
That's blinding.
This game is, even though it says Moda Center on the floor, we are not at the Moda Center. We are at Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where the Blazers spent their first 25 years, won the 77 championship here. So he's honoring Dr. Jack Ramsey, who was the head coach, wore the crazy outfits. Although back then, I guess that's what everybody wore. How about the fact in warm-up, they only played 70s music? Nice drive and finish by Hezonja, really attacking the glass here.
He sure is.
Morris from half court, and that's the end of the first quarter. Denver by 5 after 1.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over, so we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
The Lexus ES. Every curve, every innovation, every feeling. A product of mastery.
Lease the 2019 ES350 for $379 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Time for my one chore of the day. My mower.
The number one. Seen it, covered it. At Farmers Insurance, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app.
Sports fans are gearing up at NBAstore.com, the official store of the NBA, with officially licensed fan gear, every team, and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Welcome back to Portland with Denver coach Mike Malone. Obviously no Jokic, so your offense looks completely different, Mike. In this setting, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do. And making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective. Don't stand. I liked how we pushed the pace in that quarter. Too many illegal screens led to a lot of turnovers that quarter, but overall, I thought it was a really good first quarter for us.
I'd only ask in the preseason, but what do you think of your compatriots out there down the other side?
Well, I'm having a hard time focusing on the game because I keep on looking down and I'm seeing Terry Stotts' chest hair hanging out, and that's not a good look for anybody.
I thought you were going shoes, not chest hair. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
It almost looks, Doris, like Terry shaved, like purposely up there, knowing that the chest hair might get exposed tonight.
I'm glad Mike could switch gears, because if you ever watch him coach, I mean, his intensity pours off him. You watch him in a practice, his intensity pours off him.
You did preface it by saying it's preseason, so I can ask you this.
Yes.
But you're right. He's an incredibly intense coach in his 5th year as the head coach of the Nuggets. Fans didn't like the call, but he was finals for Coach of the Year last year. Mike Budenholzer of the Milwaukee Bucks won the award, but Bud, Doc Rivers, and Michael Malone were the 3 finalists. Michael Malone coached Team LeBron at the All-Star game last year, and of course led Denver to the 2nd best record in the West. Beasley missing a 3. Labissiere with a rebound. Hezonja on the cut and the finish.
Boy, Simon's doing a terrific job. Mike Malone gets a quick timeout. He's frustrated. He does not like how easily Portland has gotten out in transition. Mr. Hezonja. A lot of people wondering how much game is in there. How about that dunk in transition? All right.
This week only, large 2-topping pizzas at Domino's are only $5.99 each when you carry out. That's why we had to bring in the big guns.
Dennis Strand, Domino's 4-time world's fastest pizza maker.
Carry out any large 2-topping pizza for $5.99 this week only.
Introducing Color Snap Color ID from Sherwin-Williams. Color palettes curated just for you.
She's staying in a rainforest treehouse? That's my dream.
You dream big for a man on a plane to Omaha.
And she's ziplining with Little John?
What? It's Lil John. Even he knows that.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
You're with Big John.
I'm Steve.
Don't hate like their trip. Book yours with Hotels.com and get rewarded basically everywhere.
Hotels.com. Be there. Do that. Get rewarded.
So I can buy from Enterprise Car Sales, and you'll take any trade-in.
That's right.
Great. There you go.
Well, it does need to be a vehicle.
But I need this out of my house. With a fair, transparent value for every trade-in, Enterprise makes it easy.
Hi, I'm Martha Stewart, and today we're making burgers and fries. We start with a big potato. Be careful when you're cutting it. Okay. I'm sure he's fine. Just Postmate it.
This week only, large 2-topping pizzas at Domino's are only $5.99 each when you carry out. That's why we had to bring in the big guns.
Dennis Strand, Domino's 4-time world's fastest pizza maker.
Carry out any large 2-topping pizza for $5.99 this week only.
Are you ready for an NFC North battle? Are Aaron Rodgers and the Packers ready to make a stand at Lambeau? Are Matthew Stafford and the Lions ready to make their own noise?
James, prime time, tune in, baby.
Are you ready?
Well, here are some storylines may not be at the top of everybody's mind, but on social media, people are discussing LeBron James, NBA ranked number 3 for the first time since 2012, not number 1.
He has been asked an awful lot about his positioning as the best player, and he said, my mom told me don't talk about it, be about it. But if you watch his social media, he is hearing every word we say about where he fits amongst the best players in the league. It's easy to forget he averaged 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists a year ago, and they were 4th in the West at Christmas.
And obviously got hurt against the Warriors as Tolliver finishes pass from Bazemore.
You're seeing some things with Dame and CJ sitting now. So the roster turnover, below the top 4 guys for Portland. They've added more ball handling. Bazemore doing some things defensively, jumped a passing lane earlier, now he strips it. But this is what he gives them as well. Ball handling, so CJ and Dame don't have to have it all the time.
Portland back within 1. Morris collides with Tolliver, and up's an offensive foul on Monte Morris. I know it's preseason, but if you're Terry Stotts, you got to be happy with this second unit right now.
No question. I mean, Bazemore has given you what you thought. Dame has talked about sort of the 3 and D he brings to him. Denver's got 10 turnovers, so they're helping Portland's cause.
Chance here for Portland to take the lead. You got Anthony Simons running the point. He sets the screen for Bazemore. Hassan Whiteside back in the game. Bazemore can't hit. And here comes Malik Beasley. Beasley over Whiteside, and that's not easy to do against Whiteside, who one season averaged 4 blocks per game. Another good pass inside. Simons couldn't finish. You're talking about LeBron James. And I think, Doris, if you had to pick one storyline, like if you said, hey, what's the one thing you want to see more than anything else, is LeBron James still an MVP caliber player?
17th season.
And how he and Anthony Davis are going to work together. Because if LeBron James plays at an MVP level this year, and Anthony Davis is healthy, and both guys are healthy, it's hard not to think that the Lakers are the team to beat.
Well, 2 top 5 guys. The question about is there enough shooting remains. I'm not going to overreact. I think the Lakers tweeted out something about be warned after the start.
Yes.
Like that might be a little bit premature.
Whiteside commits a foul.
Do they have enough depth? Do they have enough shooting? But you do. You've got 2 top 5 guys, and that's going to win you a lot of games.
So you got Danny Green as an excellent shooter and a terrific defender.
Correct. A versatile defender. It's huge. No question. But I just, the Clippers, it's funny. I saw Doc quickly, and I wanted to ask him at Summer League. I said, do you keep, with the additions of George and Kawhi, do you keep Lou Will and Montrezl Harrell together because they've got such synergy? He said, absolutely. Those 2 run together. But there's depth, the defensive potential. Patrick Beverly on the basketball.
They will play opening night, and obviously they will play on Christmas on ABC. Lakers and Clippers. Here's Whiteside from Simons. And he got it stuffed. Either that or he lost it, but Torrey Craig with good D. Now Craig will try a 3. Way off the mark. Here's Hezonja again attacking the basket. Nifty pass to Whiteside. Whiteside with the finish.
How about Hezonja? Just remember, Hezonja was a top 5 pick. I believe it was Orlando,
yes.
Correct? Yeah.
Yep. Back in 2015. Spent 3 years with the Magic, then the Knicks last year, as Jared Vanderbilt is fouled on the way to the basket.
So Hezonja has finished with authority in transition. Now he's going to get out and run, take a